Hello, everyone. It's once again time for legally sufficient, yes or no. The choice is yours. Well, the answer to last week's question about whether or not a husband could give his wife the house and only pay $25 per month in child support and put that in an agreement and a judgment of divorce, the question is whether or not that would be legally sufficient. And the answer is people are able and permitted to deviate from the amount of child support down to as low as $25 per month, as long as they have an appropriate reason to deviate from the Child Support Standards Act percentage, and they articulate how they're coming to that conclusion that $25 is enough. And the words that are used in the agreement and the judgment of divorce are very important, that they clearly outline why they're coming to that conclusion. So the answer is yes, that they can agree to pay and receive only $25 a month for child support, as long as there is a clear and appropriate reason to do that. There is actually some case law out to that effect that was done here in Nassau County, actually. So now, what's the new problem for today? Legally sufficient, yes or no? Well, 2 days ago, I had a fellow come in. He was 35 years old, and he was up for a job, and it turned out he couldn't get the job because he discovered that's something he forgot all about. And that is, when he was 20 years old, he pled guilty or admitted to a finding of neglect against him in family court. And now that information was going to be communicated to his future new employer, and therefore they withdrew the offer. And he wanted to know, is there any way that he can eliminate that finding? And he talked to 4 or 5 other people, and they all said, no, absolutely not. It's there on your record until 21 years after or 10 years after the youngest child is 21. Well, I'm afraid the other answers he received was wrong. You can go ahead and have that CPS finding that there was a neglectful act committed, okay? And I explained to him why. You think I'm correct? Do you think that you can do that? Is it legally sufficient to be able to go into court and eliminate a prior finding of neglect that happened as long as 8 or 10 years ago? Legally sufficient, yes or no? You be the judge. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. And a wonderful holiday weekend coming up.